All right. At this time, I'd like to call the Mountain Bay Metro Police Department Oversight Board together.
Mayor, you can have mine.
Okay.
Yep, I have it on mine.
Let's see,
All good.
you've got the roll call? Right?
Yes, roll call,
Okay.
Mr. Pincinel,
Present.
Mr. Helgeson,
Here.
and Mr. Maloney,
Yes.
and Wyland and Mortensen are excused.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see, number 3, minutes of previous meetings, Oversight Board.
Number 2, sorry.
Yes, announcements and statements from the audience. If the audience could wake up, announcements, audience. And
Anyone online?
anyone online, anyone present,
All right.
hearing none and seeing nobody, there's nothing for number 2. Number 3, minutes of previous meetings, Oversight Board meeting minutes from July 10th, 2024. What's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as completed.
All right, motion by Helgeson,
Second.
second by Pincinel. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I actually studied your last name here before I got here today, so.
Yeah.
Any more on
Yeah, that's
the,
fine.
any more on the discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Number 4, an update on regarding the day-to-day Rothschild Area Municipal Court.
I just thought it was important that we have a conversation because part of the police department is the municipal court. We are separate entities. We have gotten some numbers in from the court. We're looking at hiring a part-time person for the court to help out. Brian knows more than I do and can answer maybe some questions in here, but we have contact with the municipal court every day. I feel very comfortable with where we're at on the municipal court and how the financials are starting to come in on the municipal court stuff, so. And I just thought we'd put it on there and have a conversation, because we brought the court over here and merged the court and we never talked about the at all, so I thought it was a good time just to sit down and answer any questions as to what's happening with the court or any concerns.
Any questions? I don't know.
I think last time you had a part-time lady that was gonna take the position.
Yep,
Is she confirmed to that?
She's gonna take it, however, she has to work through her current retirement process.
Okay,
It's gonna be a few months before she's on board.
Okay.
good.
And at what time frame do you believe we could maybe measure? You have good history here with, as what you've gotten last year before. So we have a little bit of history with the MPD. When would we be able to kind of look at that? And will we be able to look at that? Right, see if it's jiving the same, less, more.
I would say after 3 to 4 months, we should have a good snapshot of what's happening month to month, because obviously we had kind of a ramp up here because some of those tickets were sandbagged in a way because we didn't have a court system, so we just went to them until we got a court to adjudicate the citations, so.
Okay.
And I think you're gonna see very different even about that 8 to 9 month time frame. Reason being is that once we can get the other person here, that sandbagging that he's talking about, that individual's gonna be able to go back and kind of work through the historical portions of past 7 years that kind of have been neglected.
Right.
So that's what she's gonna mainly focus on. And then Heather, our current court clerk, should be doing more of the, keeping up with the actual court dates and, the now.
I don't want to speak for anybody, but they're going back and doing 6 months worth of work right now from that.
Yep.
Wasn't completed 6 months ago
Okay.
by a previous employee, and without pointing it.
I'm just not at a comfortable level yet. I just want to make sure that we got a good snapshot of the past and moving forward, and it jives, and we don't see any red flags. Okay.
If we can maybe even just get a balance sheet for that.
Yeah.
When both for the PD and for the court system, that'd be
Sure.
great.
Okay.
Okay.
Since we're talking about the court, I just have one other thing to bring up on the court that we're trying to work through, and I just have to bring it up. So the employee that left Everest Court retired, but is collecting unemployment, and we're keep funding unemployment, and we've tried to do something with it and it hasn't been working, but like Jamie said, at some point it's gonna catch up. So just so you know, there's being money paid on a weekly basis, unemployment benefits when someone's collecting WRS retirement, so.
Well, it'll be her bill, so
At the end, right?
it won't be ours.
Cause it'll catch back up.
Yeah.
We'll get repaid.
Yep, one way or another.
Okay.
All right, any more on the court? All right, little update. Number 5, discussion and possible action regarding non-union employee benefits.
This was something that was brought up after the meeting, I believe, by Nick Aldrich, talking to you guys about vacation benefit. And he's not here today. He's just taking vacation, so he's gone for the next couple days.
Mhm.
So the one concern was we have the ability to carry 64 hours over on vacation for the next year. The concern is there's some employees that may not use enough of that to get down to that. So that was the question on what to do with those.
I thought we, maybe verbally, maybe we didn't actually act on it, but I thought we acted on being able to cash out,
Okay,
right? Is that not the conversation
I
everybody?
don't think it was on the agenda.
No, it wasn't on the agenda.
No.
No.
yep, and that's.
Yes, we-
Yep, so now it's back on.
And
That's why it's on.
Just a one-time deal to get caught up,
Mhm.
so everybody gets going again. Yeah.
Yep.
Our company has that ability and it's considered their money and but you would lose it with a 64-hour grace. A 64-hour carryover to the next year.
Mhm.
That's the grace that they have.
It's only for the union employees can't carry anything over. The union employees are good.
Oh,
Most of the management is doing good. There's just a couple of people that don't have that ability to get out and take enough time off to catch back up on it.
so
So,
it's primarily the exempt supervisor staff
correct,
and office.
pretty much exempt supervisor
Yep.
staff.
I would have no, if you guys have some issues.
is the preference to carry some of that over, or pay it out? I mean, I don't want to see you lose it, like you earned it. That's not.
I think that would be up to you guys to make a decision, and I think everyone's okay with that. The concern is if you keep adding into the bank, like in Mosinee, for example, the chief in Mosinee can just continue with a no cap on it till he
Yeah.
retires. So that's up, that would be your decision making on how you.
I would rather pay it out.
Yes.
So they're working a week plus pay it out. So they're almost getting like a double, but that way, next year, when that raise comes around, we're not raising, vacation money.
That's,
And you start
That's right.
carrying that over a couple of years, now you could be, 12, 18%,
Yeah.
Right.
So
And I
I'd rather
agree.
do that. And it's their money.
I agree with
So,
that.
yep.
The, I just didn't know if it was well, gosh, I don't know, 64 hours does come out to a week and a day.
Yeah.
Or a week and a half.
Mhm.
If it's like well, gosh, if I could have 2 weeks carried over, that'd be okay for a one-time, 1-year thing, cause I get it, this is a new thing and obviously there are way more moving pieces on the front end of this than a year from now,
Yeah,
right?
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
yeah. How much it can be in a bank?
64 hours now.
No, that's carryover.
carryover, but they're all like some of the union, 288 is, union plus there's 24 hours of, well,
But 288 is as high, then you get it paid out quarterly, or you just have to take it?
you have to take it.
Oh, gotcha. So exempt is there a limit?
Same
Okay,
thing,
yep, okay.
up to 288.
I'd say let them take it, cash out.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Is this one time for this year for this situation?
I think there's gotta be some benefits for the exempts. And, and exempts can work 60, 70 hours a week versus a 40-hour week or 40 hours plus overtime. And I would call that a benefit if they want to use that. I don't think they should be able to take their bank down to, 24 or 40 hours. I think there should be something in there for an emergency so that we don't have an anxious staff member or a police officer. Sometimes there's certain people that will always have their fund gone. And some will have it right to the limit. And so we have some things in there that you have to take 8 hours at a time and you can't go less than 24 hours. That's just what we do.
Getting back to Jamie's question, is this gonna be a one-time shot
That's up to you.
I think it could be something that can come back every year.
every year?
Comes to the
Okay,
situation, and there's no issue with that.
right.
That won't tie us. I like that too. I think
So-
let's do that every year. Yep.
Just so the board is clear, in the beginning of the year, they start with their amount of hours, so you could end up with 288 right out of the chute, plus, 64 if you carried something over. But the question is, I think the concern was something like 120 to 160 hours, no,
Right. Okay.
that. Cause
Are
they're
you earning
there's a
weekly?
bank here with 358 in it right now before the end of the year, and
Yeah.
minus 64 gets it down to 90-ish, something like that, 94, something.
Yeah. Are they gaining weekly or
No.
is it just popped
January
in?
1.
January 1 only.
Okay, all right.
Would you allow some flexibility, say if someone had a trip planned and they would rather bank it, knowing they would have to use it in that next year or the pay, because that also might be, allow them some flexibility.
The only ones that can bank any hours are non-union employees, so clerical or management. Then the rest of the union has to use theirs and they can't do anything with theirs because it's union contracted.
So if you get to, let's say I'm getting close to 288
Yeah,
and there's a date coming up that's gonna hit at 288 and I've got to make magical happen. So can I put in a week's vacation for 2 months from now?
yes,
All right, then can I cancel that
yes,
and move it forward again?
yes,
Okay. Because we have it all the time happening
we do too.
and it's quite comical to watch this process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so beginning of the year, vacation picks come out in October. Some people schedule all their vacation for the next year through seniority.
Yep.
And they just do that and then they'll cancel and float it back and forth if something comes up.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so we allow payout and we allow 184 4 times a year. If you're over 184, we just pay you out. And people just flip out and I just say, my God, go put it in the bank. Then it's your money. You don't have to ask for it. You don't have to wait for it. Just put your vacation money in the bank and then take it out when you want. And that's a hard concept for some people to handle. So. Okay,
I think it'd be good just to put a cap on.
Yep.
Not more.
I think this, and it's a good idea, whoever brought it up, that we do this every year. Yeah.
Well, then it should probably be changed in their employee handbook. If that's the case too, it shouldn't be something that would necessarily have to be
Are we
brought
gonna
up every
approve it
year.
again? Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I think so. Thanks for coming. So anyway,
Or you could say it today that it's not more than this and goes in the employee handbook and we just change it and then that would be good.
yeah, if you put in there, it's not in stone, but every year the board will, make a decision to allow it again, right?
Otherwise, you could leave it out of the handbook if you just did a one-time this year only and left it, because then it's not a progressive.
But then next year we could do it again, a one time only. As,
Oh.
but not write it
Yeah,
down.
we don't come back here next year. It's the same question.
I'm fine.
Everybody should be.
Yeah, pretty well cleaned up. Yeah.
It's just with some of the things that have happened this year that
Yeah.
so much time being put into different things.
Welcome
Right.
back.
So,
Okay. Sounds good.
so I would just make a recommendation that
So we need action on that.
at least an hour lit max on it, no more than.
You would like to see it 64?
It currently is currently it's 64 carry over to the next year. I would say somewhere,
Yeah, let's do 2 weeks. Let's do 80 hours.
okay, that's
I
fine.
think that makes more sense, right?
So right now on the employee handbook, it does state that vacation time is not cumulative and must be taken on or before December 31st of each year. Any remaining balance will be lost.
But we're doing a one-time deal for the exempt and office staff up to 80 hours. I think that would be, unless you don't agree. Would you rather do 8-hour increments at just
No,
before? That's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with 80. The question I have is, can we add in there? Because it just says it will be lost. Can we add into this motion that it can be paid out? You object to?
No.
Because
I thought that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That we're gonna,
Yeah, we're asking for a one-time this year. I just don't want some employees to think that they can do that every year in the future. I just think that this year has been kind of.
we're making an exception. Yeah.
For this
Okay.
year, but and I think you just come up with how many hours, and then the other question is, does that get paid through payroll? Or does it does, okay, so then I would say, whatever you decide on how many hours up to, no more.
Mhm.
You could throw in there the date or the year and then say, years to follow will be subject to commission approval as to how they want to do it, something like that. So it looks like a one-time deal,
Okay. So what's your motions now?
I'll make a motion to approve a one-time payout of 64 at this time in 2024, up to 80 hours. And then considered each year with the oversight board review.
Motion by Helgeson,
What's with the remaining? It'll be
What's that?
out?
Yes,
so they don't lose it,
right.
right? Okay.
I'm good. I just want to restate it from Elizabeth, please.
So your motion was to increase the hours carried over up to 80 hours
80 hours.
for 2024
24.
with the remaining vacation to be paid out or used, so to say.
Right,
Okay,
For the year 2020.
24,
Calendar year 2024.
2024.
yes.
Yes,
Very well. I will second that.
okay.
Second by Pincinel. Any more on the discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Opposed? So carried. Number 6, consider a motion to adjourn to closed session pursuant to
Yep, okay,
to Wisconsin statute section 19.85, parent 1, parent E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. Discuss the possible purchase of property. There a motion
so move.
by Helgeson,
I will second that motion.
second by Pincinel, roll call?
Mr. Helgeson,
Yes, aye.
Pincinel,
Yes.
Mr. Maloney.
Yes, we are now in closed session.